Tunde said yesterday, I hope that people in Ibadan will be patient.
That's it.
I just
Because
hope they'll be
I
patient.
think if you look at the trade Tunde from Festus Allen and all of the coaches that they've lost, it's a problem of you not being able to handle that history that Shooting Stars have as a club.
It's huge.
Someone said that Shooting Stars is probably the biggest burden for any coach to carry. Because it's a club that represents a lot of things to a lot of people, not only in Nigeria, but also in the west coast of Africa. I remember there are a lot of Yoruba-speaking people on the west coast of Africa, also in the diaspora as well. I have people call me from abroad and ask me, can you shooting by the weekend? That kind of thing. And I'm thinking, why do you care? You live in the United States. He said, no, he wants to know. I said, go and check online. No, he said, no, maybe they showed it on DSTV. And I'm thinking, the amount of pressure that behoves on the managers of the club and the players even is tremendous. But the good thing about it, Benga Ogubot has worked with Rashid Balogun, general manager in the past. They have an excellent understanding. So hopefully, that kind of synergy, that kind of understanding will help to move the club forward.
Particularly for his brand, Benga Ogubot is actually arguably one of the best coaches when talking about league football in Nigeria. So let's quickly dash to England. Fans of the English Premier League, I'm sure when this news came out, they were particularly excited. The league will kick off August the 8th and the 9th. And what a mouth-watering fixture we have between, is it Tottenham and Manchester United? What a way to start the season. Well, quickly, Arsenal will take on West Ham. Bournemouth, newly promoted Bournemouth, will play Aston Villa. Chelsea will play Swansea, and that's another tricky game because start of the season, Swansea and all of the surprises they pulled last season can actually just get something out of that. Everton will play Watford. Leicester will take on Sunderland. Manchester United and Tottenham. That's cracker of a starter right there. And then Newcastle will play Southampton. Norwich will take on Crystal Palace. Stoke City will play Liverpool. That's another tricky one. Tunde Koiki, very tricky. When you go to the Britannia,
trust me, people, Liverpool fans and Liverpool players and the management are still having nightmares when they hear Stoke City after the 6-1 destruction they received at the hands of Stoke City. And in fact, this is the history of in the Premier League that 2 consecutive fixtures we played back to back from the end of one season and the start of another season. It never happened before. So it's an interesting one actually. And West Bromwich Albion will be taking on Manchester City.
Manchester City didn't particularly end well going away last season. Let's see if they can turn this around. And then, Yemi, a lot of Arsenal fans will say, oh, it's West Ham who just ran over them. 2 seasons ago, it was Aston Villa, and it ended 3-1.
And it was good. It was good because that loss spurred Arsenal to buy players like Mesut Ozil and all that. And West Ham, for me, is not going to really be a problem. Big Sam is not there. Big Sam was there. Slaven Village has a lot to learn, and I'm sure on that day will be taught some lessons.
Big Sam just knows how to deal with Arsenal. Go for their ankles, kick them, and then do the long plays. They will run, they will get tired.
And tell them, look, this is a contact sport. If you don't want to play football, go and look for something else to do. But I don't think West Ham will be much of a problem because the new coach is going to want to settle him, probably bring his own set of players. Yeah. So I think among the top 4, I think for Arsenal is a bit. Anything can happen in football. That must be said. But
you guys didn't say that about the Super Falcons. Fans of the English Premier League, let's hear from you. You've seen the fixtures, opening day fixtures in the English Premier League 2015-2016 season. Let's see if Chelsea can actually retain the trophy. Let me talk to this Liverpool fan. Steven Gerrard is out.
Yeah.
Maybe. You guys might just be losing Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, it's been said today that Manchester City has made an improved bid of £35.5 million for the player, with another £5 million added on to make it £40 million. But in truth, it's actually 35.5 guaranteed cash, 5 million added on if he meets certain conditions, and maybe he helps them to the semi-final of the Champions League or win the Premier League, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. But it's a really dicey situation now. Liverpool, and from what I'm hearing, I heard that's City's final offer. Liverpool don't have to sell. The player has two years play on his contract. They can decide to play him, and if he decides he wants to be difficult, they can keep him in the reserves and teach him a lesson.
You keep him on the bench, and then his market value drops.
To his own detriment.
Either way, the club wants the money, Tunde.
No, but yes, but that doesn't. But you have to remember the fact that Liverpool is also owned by certain investors who want certain value for money, whether from the players, in terms of guaranteed performances, also whether from the manager as well in terms of guaranteed performances. But if you are now saying that you will not even stay, even if they offered you £900,000 a week, that you want to go by force, by fire, I can remind him of a set. I mean, Premier League is listed. I mean, the history is replete of players who tried this and I ended up playing for maybe a third division club in Malta. You know, after killing their careers. And there's also the interesting case of Winston Bogard, who was in Chelsea. Chelsea wanted to sell him. He said he didn't want to go. Chelsea wanted to loan him out. He didn't want to go. They kept him on the reserve bench for 3 years. He was receiving his salary weekly. His value diminished completely. And he ended his career as a non-entity.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you understand that Tony Koiki is saying all this because he's a Liverpool fan. Give me £5 million, I'm off to Accra United. Thank you so much, guys, for coming around here. Good to have you today. Good to have you. So that's it. £35 million improved bid for Raheem Sterling. Do you think it's overrated? Talk to us on Twitter, our channels _sports, and on Facebook, or channels-sports. That's it. That's the show. On behalf of the ever-winning sports team at Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, my name is Austin Okunakwa. We'll still continue our look at the FIFA Women's World Cup and the Under-20 World Cup. That's more than enough reason for you to keep talking sports. Bye for now.